Hey Capricorn, it's Jen here. I'm doing a September check-in, and so there is still that new moon in Virgo and another Earth sign coming up on September 17th. So I think you'll find this energy comfortable and really be able to use it to your advantage. So Virgos are very detail oriented, like you guys. They're the Hermit energy in the tarot. So doing some introspection, challenging some of your beliefs. Is that my belief or is that a social construct? Do I really need to be this weight and have this I don't know. Do I need to get married to this person? Can we just live together? Do I need to bring homemade shit to the school, or can I just buy something? Like, why do I feel the need to keep up with the Joneses? Or why do I feel like if I'm really, really unhappy and the vibes in my house are terrible and that bad energy is around the kids, why do I feel like I have to stay in that unhappy marriage? Why do I feel like I have to stay in this job? Sorry, I hope the shuffling's not too loud. So challenging your beliefs that are limiting you unnecessarily. And some you may challenge and say, no, I totally believe in that. And I'm good with it. Oops, whoa, hello, what's happening? I feel like your to-do list, I mean, you guys stay on top of stuff anyway, you're going to just get everything done. I feel like you're going to be really productive. And so maybe while you're cleaning, maybe some of you have to help go through a relative's house. Maybe a relative's going to maybe an assisted living or has passed or something. This would be something that's already happened. And I'm sorry for that as well. But maybe you're going through old things or someone, even your parents. I live right next door to my parents, and a couple years ago, and have for 10 years now, they're like, and I have my own house. They're like, could you get your stuff out of our basement? I mean, I literally have an entire empty basement. I laughed so hard. I was like, God, you guys, I'm 49. You guys are such jerks. Like, how did I still have stuff? And then so you start going through this old stuff that's been there since, grade school or whatever. And I just see you sort of sorting through things and thinking. And so this task you need to do, you really get into that Virgo hermit mode and have a lot of reflections and an aha moments and things like that. I know I have a friend that I've known. She's 14 years older than I am. I met her when I was 12. And to this day, she just did it the last time I was around her with other people. One time when I was probably 12 or 13, she took us to this thing in this horse show in Massachusetts, and on the way back, I mean, I was with another teen or tween, and we were like being loud and chatty, whatever. We were being kids, and she missed a turn and took us like 2 hours out of our way, and whatever. It was a big thing, but long story short, to this day, well, that was your fault. And so finally I looked at her because I had this realization. I said, Andy, I was 12 years old. And she kind of was like, oh, like, what are you doing? Like, so maybe you need to do that to yourself. Do you still worry and think about things that happened when you're 12? And now as an adult, you can be like, I was fucking 12. I should have known. I mean, that's part of growing up, is having experiences and learning from them, and they don't necessarily need to be um, clouded in shame. And maybe you're looking at your parenting that way. Oh, this person. So I'm getting a seven. I haven't even opened it. I haven't even flipped a card yet. A Seven of Pentacles energy, where things take time. You plant a seed, it takes a certain amount of time to grow. You get pregnant, it takes a certain amount of time for this baby before it can be born. You have a child, they're not even mature when they're 18. Their frontal lobe doesn't even stop forming until they're 25. They're impulsive, they make mistakes, they learn. And to have an appreciation that things are a process and a cycle, and um, being more understanding and compassionate with yourself and others because of that. We have the Seven of Cups. Might be a very creative time for you. The Seven of Cups is that daydreamy, almost a Pisces energy. So maybe something around that September 2nd full moon in Pisces is still on the forefront of your mind. This can be trying to make a decision. But if you're creative, you need that time to daydream and think about things and dream up things and be inspired. So again, if you have some sort of project that's a little more that allows you to think, and you're not, it's, yeah, and you're able to let your mind wander, you could be very inspired and have a very inspired idea, but you have lots of ideas going on, lots of hits, lots of downloads, lots of creative sparks. So make a list of these things, keep a journal. Even if you don't act on them now, I think you'll be happy that you wrote them down to reflect on or take action on later. Communication, messages, this is the Mercury energy. Clear communication, new communication, online dating, putting up a website, making a new website, starting a blog, writing, setting up a website. I always say that. An Etsy shop, a YouTube channel, TikTok, whatever the fuck that is. I'm too old for TikTok. Everyone's like, it's the best. And I've seen some. I only have so many things I can monitor. Queen of Swords, writing, legal things, legal action. Doesn't have to be negative. Signing a contract. Getting a loan, legal, just having to update something legal. Again, I'm not getting a negative vibe at all. If you do start a company, do make sure you make it official, do the legal things, register with the state or whatever it's called. Funny communication, comedy, writing, accepting an invitation. There's someone asking her to dance or something, right? Helping her up. To me, it looks like an invitation coming through. So someone may reach out to you. Someone may find you on social media or get your number somehow, and you may start texting. Ooh, the Emperor. What's paired with the Emperor? Three of Cups. This is kind of funny. So going out with friends, if you can go out, I mean, you have to be safe. Definitely. So when this card comes up, I always say accept invitations. Even if it's a Zoom thing, it's a really social distancing thing, even if you don't meet someone at that event, it's the catalyst, it's the seed that's planted for something in the future. So you will look back and say, wow, if I had never gone out, I wouldn't have met this person, and this sequence of events, like you'll be able to track something back to this event. I would have met that business contact. I would have met that um, my spouse. I would have made that new friend. I wouldn't have learned of something. But the Emperor tells you to live your life for yourself and make sure that you're making decisions again that go with you, what your spiritual guidance and wisdom, not what society tells you. Because if you listen to other people all the time, it doesn't mean you don't value or consider their input, but most of their input comes from their own experience and the story they're adding, and how, because of their experiences, how they would react, and not as much as focused on you. So the Emperor's, and if this can also be someone in your life that really likes to tell you what to do. Um, but it's usually those people are so adamant that you should do something that if it doesn't work out, they're like, psh, they just, oh, you didn't have to do it. You made that decision. So you have to live with the consequences, regardless of what other people want, of decisions you make and things you do. So make sure it's what you want to do. And it doesn't mean you're being selfish and not thinking about other people. It just means, just being mature and living your life authentically for yourself. Six of Swords, moving away, moving from rough waters to calmer waters, feeling more at peace. You may have to go on a short trip. Maybe this person is asking you out to go away. Maybe you've known each other long enough that you may go away on some sort of long weekend. Ten of Pentacles. This is, if you meet someone, if you're with someone, you may realize, yeah, this is deep, and this is someone that I could build a family with, have children with. But if you meet someone new, whoever's sliding into your DMs, or however you meet people, online dating, meet through a friend, or meet at work, or maybe you're set up. Maybe you meet someone who knows your dad, or like the son of a dad's friend, or you date your boss's son or daughter. Don't get too hung up on gender. Sorry about that. But this is legacy. There's a richness to this card. So, it can mean rich, like this person's affluent, but it's a richness and meaning a depth, and it's not superficial. It's solid. It's lasting. It's someone, whatever your happily ever after is together, building a solid foundation. If you have kids, you'll have kids and grandkids. You're building a legacy. So just make sure the legacy you're building is, you're not carrying over sort of more negative things, and you can start your own legacies as well. There's something about travel, plane travel. I know we have two swords, and swords are air, but even in this Ten of Pentacles card, they're kind of up in the air, and there's steampunk blimps or whatever the hell they are. The two dogs. Tarot, if you go to a tarot, like a personal tarot reading, they may make a really accurate prediction. I don't tend to be a predictive, well, I guess I am in my personal readings, but on these it's hard for general readings to make them too specific. I also see Washington, D.C. the capital, going to a capital of some place. Maybe this person's in government. Maybe they're a pilot or a flight attendant, something to do with transportation, the airline, SpaceX, I don't know. Let's pull a couple, where are we, 15 minutes. Let's pull a couple cards for romance. Go out, you're going to be invited out. Someone's going to ask you out. I'm just going to say it. If you're not already with someone, or even if you are, because even if you are, the Tower, it may shake up your relationship because you may meet this new person. This is only for a select few, and think, holy, like, it's like once you've met this, you thought you were happy in an existing relationship, but then you meet this person, and it's like, whoa, I was settling. Doesn't mean the person you're with was a bad person. Just you realized you were settling or trying to force something, or you weren't being completely honest because you didn't want to take a chance. You didn't think you could find this new relationship. But it could be an air sign. What's this other one? Oh, earth and air. Yeah, so Capricorn. So earth and air combination, potentially. Could be someone. You could meet them as for your business, and you need to reach out to them for legal reasons, contract, finance. You could interact in that way. Banking, finance, computer help, data, a scientist, someone who works with facts, an accountant. A writer. And then this Queen of Pentacles, Capricorn energy is like when you're around this person, you feel at home, you feel grounded, you feel calm. It's calming, you fit together. There's a flow to it, even though the only Cups card we have. No, we have the Three of Cups. There's a flow. Maybe you're friends first. Maybe you had friend zoned them and you're getting communication that they're available. And you just, like the minute they're free, they're available. Maybe you were friends and they sort of distanced. I don't want to say ghosted, but we're just in a relationship and maybe you work together, now you don't anymore, and you just sort of, whatever, sort of faded away, not for any bad reason, but just life. But now, somehow they're going to come back around, and you're going to find out that they're available. And you'll just start talking, and it just goes from there. I'm not even sure it's a conscious thing on either one's part, necessarily. And so it sort of sneaks up on you. This is a theme going on for people. And all of a sudden you're like, whoa, we're in this very comfortable, solid, long-lasting relationship that is calming anxiety. You're just very good balance for each other. A very good balance for each other. Okay, Capricorn. I just keep saying Capricorn because sometimes I get confused. This was a reading for Capricorn. I hope you have a really nice rest of September. Take care.